Hello, people of God, how are you doing? I hope you are living the life. And please, if you are new to the channel, subscribe, like, drop a comment, and let's continue the conversation in the comment section. Now, what's the best way to piss off Christians? What's the best way to make a mockery of God? It would be hard to beat what the Grammys did a couple of nights ago when they had pigtailed Madonna introduced non-binary singer Sam Smith, who first came out as gay but now demands to be called they, to perform a duet of a song called Unholy with a transgender artist named Kim Petras. Now, Smith dressed up as Satan in red tunic, hat, and horns, while dancers performed a devil-worshipping ritual around him as Smith and Petras sang about a married couple who leave their children home to both commit adultery. Now, people of God, see where it gets interesting. This whole show, which is nothing short of a charade, that's exactly how I see it. I would say a failed attempt to disparage and relegate faith, was sponsored by none other but Viagra manufacturer Pfizer. Now, that's the same Pfizer of the coronavirus vaccine. Yeah, the same Pfizer. Wow. It had to be none other but Pfizer. Now, should we be offended? Well, I don't know, but you know what? I'm excited. Yeah, I am excited. I am actually super excited to see these things. I can't say I'm offended. I really can't say that, Satan is frustrated. The kingdom of darkness is really desperate now. Back in the days, they used to hide these things. It was mainly done covertly, but now they are probably tired of hiding, When people used to say these things, you could easily just dismiss it as mere conspiracy theory, but now it is not, trust me. Actually, I really don't want to talk about these things. I really don't want to be dwelling in what seems like tales, all sort of conspiracy here and there, but actually, it is true. It doesn't matter how you feel, it doesn't matter how you see, it doesn't matter how much you don't want to talk about it doesn't matter how insane these things may sound, they are true. Now, you remember that video I did on Balenciaga, how Balenciaga and other current events affect Christians. Go watch that video, it's on the channel, go check it out. I'm going to put the link in the description of this video. Go check it out, go watch it. I did say that it would appear that the devil is now overly desperate. And I'm not surprised because it does have but a short time. Now, if you see the much that they're doing, as we're going to see in this video, now, they're not hiding these things anymore. After the Kanye West incidents and all of the calling out, then the Balenciaga failure and all they tried to do with Balenciaga and how that failed woefully. And lately Christians are even becoming more very vocal about these schemes than ever before. Lots of eyes are actually opening, and I'm convinced that this is hell desperately fighting back. But you know what? God bears his church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. Now, you know what? In the midst of all of this, I am shocked how people still think those of us on this other side, faith people, are deluding. It's funny how people can still think that, hey, wake up! This thing is real. You see the ones they did at the Grammys. It's a psychological play. They try to make mockery of their scheme just to make it seem like, those of us on the faith side who call out these things are being overly suspicious, are weird. They've been doing that over the years. That's how they've been doing this. They try to downplay on religion, try to downplay on faith, but it appears it's not working anymore. And now they are even getting more desperate. Now, what they did at the Grammys was a complete charade, a very desperate effort to double up. And they were basically just throwing these things at our faces because they know that people are generally blind. Paul has said that in 2 Corinthians 4:4, the God of this age has blinded the minds of unbelievers so that they cannot see the light of the gospel that displays the glory of Christ, who is the image of God. What happened at the Grammys was basically projection of anti-God, anti-Christ agenda before our very eyes. This is not new. The devil has been doing this. It's an open rebellion against the Most High God, the creator of the heavens and the earth. Even Petras made this no secret of that being the intent. Anyways, she says, in her own words, is a time on not being able to live the way that people might want you to live. Because as a trans person, I'm already not kind of wanted in religion. So we were doing a take on that, and I was kind of hell keeper Kim. All right. Hollywood, the Grammys, the Oscars, and all of that are now obviously tools in the hands of Satan to project his own agenda of keeping humanity in darkness, in weight, for hell. In fact, the Grammys, as it is now, and the Grammy Awards is a worship ceremony now. Forget all of that, trying to make a mockery, do jokes here and there. The truth of the matter is that what you saw at the Grammys was worship. Like the much that we saw in the Commonwealth game. All of those rituals in the opening ceremony that a lot of people did not even get to see. That is worship. That is worship. Now, if you recall, the 2014 Grammys, I noticed that was exactly when the owners of the Grammys, it appears that they signed some deals or something, I don't know. That was when they openly actually came out to officially hand over the Grammys for someone to use for his own agenda. Now, if you remember, 2014 Grammy Awards was an open endorsement of gay rights, LGBT and all of that, transgender, all of those sexual perversions. They officially endorsed the practice at the 2014 Grammy Awards. Now, if you remember that controversial win by Macklemore had been very vocal about gay rights, LGBT rights, and all of that. So even though he wasn't favored to win the best rap, Kendrick Lamar obviously was the favorite to win. But they gave it to Macklemore. That was an endorsement. And if you notice from then on, 2014 till date, the Grammys have been weird. There's been one subtle attempt to try to do all of these things. And the 65th Grammys 2023 is another level. And you're going to see more of this. This is going to continue. They're going to be very explicit about all of these things from now going forward, because obviously the devil knows that he has but a short time. He has no time to do hide and seek anymore. He has no time to do covert anymore. He is coming out big time, and you will get to see him even often. Now, beyond Sam Smith, did you see that DJ Khaled, JayZ song God Did, they performed? Did you see that? God Did. Which God? Did you see that performance? Wow. That was worship. That was worship. And they had the Lord's Supper replicated. Now, remember Madonna did the same thing a couple of weeks ago or thereabout. And here JayZ's lyrics, clearly mocking God. Jehovah. Now he calls himself that, Jehovah. Now trying to replicate Jehovah. Now hear this. These end songs, this is hymns. Cause I'm hymn. Psalm 151, the New Testament, the book of Hov. Jesus turned water into wine for Hov. Wow.
People keep asking me to talk about JayZ making a mockery of the Lord's Supper at the Grammys, but they do this every single year. They mock Christianity every single year. They do demonic rituals on the stage every single year. And we got Christians still going to these award shows, and they get their little award and they say, good job, that's a cute Christian song. But now we're going to turn around and disrespect your faith, disrespect your God, and you're going to keep supporting us. You're going to keep coming. That's what the real problem is. Christians being so lukewarm, watered down, and divided. And they've got that kind of energy and boldness to disrespect our faith and to do all of that. And then y'all get mad when I preach out hard. I got news for you. Every single person on that stage is going to hell unless they repent and give their life to Jesus. Because one day, boom, just like that, God is going to crack the sky and every knee is going to bow and every tongue is going to confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. So those cats, they not cool to me. They cool to y'all. They not cool to me. They bozos. They clowns. JayZ is a bozo for the way that he mocks God. And guess what? Eternity is a long time to burn in hell. Keep playing, keep mocking, and God gonna show you exactly who he is. You can believe that.
I tell you the truth, whatever they belong to, JayZ is ranking high there. That man has some high-level demons working through him, and he's obviously dragged his wife Beyonce along. Guys, this is no joke. This is real. But you know what? Babylon is definitely gonna fall. Save yourself now. The salvation of God has always been beckoning. Get into this ark now. Come into Christ now. This is no joke, guys. This is no joke. Now, did you see those Trevor Noah jokes? Can somebody just please tell Trevor Noah they weren't funny? Come on, those jokes weren't funny. Those were whack jokes. Beyond the fact that he was obviously just trying to mock faith, mock Christians, mock God, but that's not even the point. Those are dry jokes. They're working so hard to mock God and to, mock faith. They're trying so hard, but failing so woefully at it. Come on, those were really dry jokes. Why are you trying to mock God? You are funnier when you don't mock him. Why, Trevor? Come on. Now see this. Just see this.
I gotta go. All right, Mom, it wasn't the actual devil. No, they were just dressed as the devil, Mom. Yeah, no, I have to go. Yeah, you did warn me about Hollywood. Yes, you did, Mom. Yeah, you did. I will. Thank you. She said she'll be praying for all of us. Thank you. All right. She's loving the show.
It's psychological. It's a psychological game. As they do this, they feel that the people out there who are not faith people, who can't really see these things, who don't understand these things, will be further plunged into ignorance, will be further plunged into rejecting the knowledge of God, ignoring Christians when they call out, some of the schemes of Satan and the gospel of Christ and how they need to be saved. They see it as a joke. They see it as us being overly religious and all of that. That's exactly the point. It's a strategy. And then the Christians, the Christian musicians who were there, a lot of people are calling out Kirk Franklin, the Maverick City crew and all of that. I really don't want to talk about them in this video. I've seen content creators, I've seen YouTubers trying to say that Christians are overly being critical. It isn't as bad as some people are putting it, and Kirk Franklin has signed up to anything. I don't think that Kirk Franklin has lost his faith, at least for now. I can still give him the benefit of doubt, I just really think Kirk Franklin and the likes are probably just missing something. And I hope that they get to see, how we on this other side are seeing it. I just hope they do. We are still trying to grapple with the BET performance. The lion and the lamb will bow down to the goat, and then this. But you see, I really don't want to call anybody out right now. But there's something that we must say. Now, Kirk Franklin and all of the other gospel artists can sit down. The Maverick City crew can sit down and see all of that being done, and they're watching, whether they were enjoying it or not. I don't know how they really felt when they saw all of that happen. And then they can even do a collaboration with secular artists. It's all right for that to happen. But you see, this is the same Kirk Franklin who boycotted the Dove Awards, a Christian award, because they did not air a statement he made condemning police brutality against black people. He was going to boycott the Dove Awards for that. So you could boycott the Dove Awards, a Christian award, for that. But yet you could sit down and watch all of that happen, that open mockery. Then they give you an award. Some of you even do a performance, even with secular artists. Now, I don't think, as bad as it is that Christians can partake in the Grammy Awards, at least for now, I don't think so. Yeah, of course, they can still perform, they can still work with the Grammys, they can still go, at least for now. But I still think there are boundaries, there are lines that should be drawn. I keep saying this and I'm so convinced about it. These are the days to be taking sides. You cannot afford to be sitting on the fence now. No. These are times to be taking sides. I will continue to say that. I feel like the Lord has put that statement in my mouth and I continue to say it. These are the times to take sides. Now, this is Christianity Today blog. It says, prominent gospel musician Kirk Franklin says he will boycott the Christian Music Dove Awards, citing frustration with the Gospel Music Association (GMA) and Trinity Broadcasting Network (TBN) for editing his past acceptance speeches to remove mentions of race and police shootings. Franklin made the announcement on Monday in a pair of videos posted on Twitter. Speaking directly into the camera, he explained that after winning a Dove Award, which is affiliated with the GMA, in 2016, he called for a racial healing during his acceptance speech, noting the shooting of both police officers and black men in general. Now, this is Kirk speaking now. When we don't say something, we are saying something. I'm going to read that again. This is Kirk speaking now. When we don't say something, we are saying something, Franklin said during the speech, after which he received a standing ovation and led the assembly in prayer. In his Twitter videos, Franklin said that when the speech later aired on TBN, the section of his speech was edited out of the broadcast. I made my disappointment and frustration known to the Dove Awards Committee and to the Trinity Broadcasting Network. He said, I never heard from TBN, and the Dove Awards Committee promised to rectify the mistake so that it wouldn't happen again. Franklin said he won't be participating in any events affiliated with the Dove Awards, GMA, or TBN until tangible plans are put into place to protect and champion diversity. Now that is Kirk Franklin. So you can do that, but you can sit in the Grammys and see that charade, that open assault, open mockery, and then you even receive an award on the day. And some others even did a performance. So what happens to this statement? When we don't say something, we are saying something. So the question I want to ask now, Kirk and all of the other artists, when you don't say something, are you saying something now? Are you saying something now? Because you're quiet about this. Well, I don't want to call out anybody actually. Again, I don't think that these people have lost their faith like some other people are saying. I just think they are missing something, and I hope that the Lord can help them see exactly how they really should see these things. I know that some of them actually occupy this peculiar ministry where, the Lord wants to also use them in those industries. But you see, in getting used, there must be a separation. Come on, we must know the difference between light and darkness. Don't be deceived. Many of these guys know exactly what they're about. You can't go there to mess around. There are clear lines that can't be crossed. Jesus ministers to the unbelievers, but Jesus didn't go there to endorse their ways. They knew who Jesus was. They knew his message. They knew his agenda. They knew if Jesus entered the pubs and the beer parlors and all of that, they knew what he was about. They knew what he was going to teach. They knew his principles. So those are clear cuts. Again, I don't want to talk about Vic Franklin. I don't want to talk about Maverick City. I just thought I should make that point. And then there's something that really excited me. In fact, I am still excited about it. Todd Dulaney, Todd Dulaney, prominent gospel artist in the United States, has global relevance. It's been vocal, and I'm really, really impressed. Social media, Instagram precisely, I've been seeing some of the posts he's been putting up. Obviously, in response to the 65th Grammy development, I am really excited, and I need to read the much that he said. Truly, there are still prophets who have not bowed to Baal. Truly, there are. See what Todd Dulaney says. I just want to throw this out there as a Christian. It is okay for Christians to not agree or support something that directly insults or mocks the God we call our Father. Just wanted to throw that out there. People act like Christians should just all the way to heaven. True. Then he says again, you believe that David under the anointing was able to play the harp and alter the mood of the king. But I guess you don't believe in the reverse effect. Satanists are creating music for our kids to listen to. I need not say more. Todd Dulaney has said everything. Let he that hath ear, let him hear. I am really, really impressed with the most that he said, and I think that people like Todd Dulaney needs to speak even more. These are not the times to be keeping quiet. These are the times to be taking sides. It's a white and black. It's either you are on that side or you are on this side. Obviously, they are basically projecting an anti-Christ and anti-God culture. Our calling is to not conform to this culture. I don't think we should be unnecessarily pissed anyways. We don't cause the darkness. No, we don't. We don't cause the darkness. We know that this age must surely end. We have the truth. We know the truth. It doesn't matter how much they try to do all of this mockery. Come on. We actually fold our arms and just see them make a fool of themselves because we know the truth. So we don't cause the darkness. No. Our calling is to actually save men from the darkness. We just turn on the lights. No, we don't cause the darkness. We turn on the lights. We insist on the truth. We take side with Christ. And you know what, people of God? We need to pray. What should be your prayer when you see these things? That more and more people will see the light. That eyes will be opened and many more men may be saved from the destruction that is to come. People of God, these are terrible times, but you need not be afraid. For greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. You have overcome the world. Thank you for watching. Please like the video, drop a comment. I love to hear your thoughts on all of the issues and the most that happened at the Grammy Awards. What are your thoughts? Let's continue the conversation in the comment section. God bless you. Keep living the life. So guys, welcome to the channel. It's Pleroma Culture. Basically, we talk about faith and faith-related matters. Talk about church matters within Nigeria, in Africa, and all around the world. Faith matters. Basically, that is what the channel is about. Please jump on it. These are little community, a little, church. Like Christ did say, where 2, 3 are gathered, I am there. And indeed, it's a church. So come on, join this little community and let's have some really wonderful conversation.